All right, we can share screen and everything. We are live and we will wait for people to come in, and then we will do a Q&A where we will connect with people and answer people's questions. So we will wait. Okay. And just let me know when someone is in the room. Okay. Ah, yeah, I was just making sure I'm on the right YouTube channel. Yes, I am on the right. Aha, okay, there are people here. There are people coming in. Hey, if you guys can see me and hear me, just let me know in the chat. Hi, SD. If you guys are here, just let me know in the chat. I have I'm live here after a very very long time, so I'm just looking at the panel and making sure I know what's going on. Hi, Anuraj. Who else is here? If you're here, let me know. Just message me on the chat. And I'm very excited to answer some questions for you guys. I'm coming live after a long time, and I'm so excited to connect to all of you lovely, beautiful souls on this planet. How wonderful it is to connect again, family. Wow, okay, all of you are here. Hi, Pathos. Hi, Poonam. Hi, Numitra. Numitra. Hi, Rakhi. Hi, Shilpa. Hi, Naveen. Hi, Shruti. Hi, Journey in Canada. Hi, Sampada. Hi, Saida. Hi, Angelic Karish. Hi, Fenlight, Rashmi, Aman, Shubhi. Oh, my camera. I have to stay in one place. Welcome guys to our live. I haven't come live, and I don't even, I think like a year or so, maybe that long. I've come live today to connect with you guys to answer your questions. A lot of you have already submitted your questions ahead of time, and I'll also take questions from the chat. But first, as people are coming in, I want us to have that human connection, that human moment of getting to know each other, and you sharing about yourself to me. So, for those who don't know me, let me just say hello. My name is Kartika Nair, and this is the Synchro Shakti channel. We've been here since 2011. So, I've kind of almost grown up in my adult life here on YouTube. And some of you guys have followed me since 2011. Some of you guys have met me in recent times. So tell me in the chat before we get to Q&A and spend about half an hour together. How was your day today, and what was the highlight of your day? What was the best part of your day today? Let me know in the chat. Also tell me before we get into Q&A, where are you from? Let me read out loudly where you are from, and I'll also read out the names of everyone who is here. Hi, Shraddha. Yeah, Numitra says, thank you so much for telling my name. It's a lovely name, Numitra. Hi, Hira. Hi, Jayashri. So we will take Q&A soon, questions soon. So we will get to that point. But first, let's have that human moment. I remember a lot of YouTubers in the past when we were growing up with like YouTubers, if you remember, they would meet their viewers in public, and then the viewers will just come and take a photo and not even ask them, hey, how are you? So I would like to have like a human moment and find out from you guys, how are you guys, before we even get to Q&A. I'm so appreciative, Navin. Beautifully said. Um, Manifesting meet and greet with you in Croatia. Shilpa, love for you to have that. In fact, we're coming to UK. That'll be my first European meet and greet will be in UK coming up soon. So if you guys, anyone here is in the UK, let me know. Okay, Sampath says I'm from Bangalore, Kolkata, Bangalore, Nepal, Rajasthan, Malaysia, Mumbai. Fantastic. Okay, so Odisha, India. That's wonderful. So we'll get started with our question and answer segment. Some of the questions that have been submitted, I'm going to answer the ones that would affect all of us. So it'll be like, even if I'm answering someone else's question, I'm actually answering your question. Okay. So we'll get started. And because this is, it's a hangout, but it's also a coaching session. If you can go get yourself a notebook and a pen, I'm sharing all the coaching tips that I would if someone paid me for it, but I'm sharing it for free. So get your notebook and make notes of what you're going to learn here as we are answering the Q&A. Okay. So Poonam is from Gurgaon. Pathis is from Kerala, Shilpa's from Bangalore. Super. Okay, let's jump into some of the questions. So we're going to take both. Shraddha says she's currently in London. That'll be awesome. We will meet very, very soon. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the questions that have been submitted first, and my team will also copy your live questions and send it to me via WhatsApp as well, and I will see the chat. So we will do it together. So are we ready with a notebook and pen? If you're ready with a notebook and pen, just type ready in the chat, and then we will quickly take the questions. Are you ready? Just type ready. Okay, already live questions are coming in. My team is sending that to me. Okay, notebook and chat, are you ready? Ajay, notebook and chat. Notebook and pen, are you ready? Let me know. Okay, ready? Navin is ready. Angelic Karush is ready. Ready, Devi is ready. Good. Okay, so let's start off with the submitted questions. We'll take one submitted, one live. Okay, let's start off. Okay, so the first question that was submitted, let's take from the pool of questions is okay. There's so many questions. Okay, let's just take the first one. So the questioner asks how to improve self concept. Okay, with daily practices. So how do I improve the way I see myself to improve my self concept, which is how I see myself when it comes to marriage and career. So let's answer this question on how to improve your self concept. So, in case you all don't know, we know when, and we I will answer the question self concept in order to create magic in all areas of life. If you don't know this, it's very important. Law of attraction, we know, is not just techniques. Law of attraction is, we attract who we are, not so much what we want. So who we are is our default vibration, and for a lot of us our default vibration is of powerlessness, is of lack, is of I'm not good enough. So, because that's our default vibration, whenever we're trying to achieve something in life, with whatever techniques we use, our I'm not good enough, or our lack focus, or our whatever negative self concepts we've learned from childhood to now, begins to, it also has its own vibration, and law of attraction works on that core vibration, your default vibration. So there's a lot of delay, so it doesn't take place at the time that you want it to take place, or there's a lot of last minute things are not working out, last minute the project falls off, or the marriage breaks off, or something happens last minute because our default vibration itself is of struggle, of not trusting, of feeling powerless. So this is why self concept work is extremely important. So, in order to change your self concept, there are five main things that you do. I don't know how many of you came for my five method masterclass. If you came, it's free, by the way. If you came for it, you know what these five are. If you haven't come for it, tomorrow at the same at 6 o'clock tomorrow Indian Standard Time, I'm teaching this for free for 3 hours. All five things you need to do in order to change your self concept. Okay, but today I'll tell you one of those things. So if you want to go deeper into changing your default vibration, so you feel very, very much good enough, very confident about who you are, and you see the magic of yourself and the power of who you are to magnetize, to create magical things in your life, which is normal. I just want to throw that out on top of my lungs. It is so normal to have miracles every day. It is so normal for you to enjoy your life. It is so normal for you to enjoy the moment. But we've made trauma and struggle normal. It's totally normal to be on this other side of really enjoying life. So to get to that point, I'll tell you one main thing today, but five I will teach you tomorrow in our five method masterclass. It's at 6 o'clock. Please come register. It is free, 3 hours. So the first thing to change your self concept is this thing called self appreciation. Self appreciation is where you take your notebook and you make a list, and it's not easy to start with, but it's the most powerful thing you'll do. Is you'll start acknowledging everything that you acknowledge that you have, which is positive, everything that is good about your imagination, your intellect, your heart, your the way you are towards people, the good that you've done towards people, your physical body, the ideas that you get, the things that you do, to appreciate everything and make a list of minimum 20 every day, and then spending time truly feeling every item on that list. So let's say you made a list of 20, and that first thing on your list was, I really appreciate how I helped my friend on a weekend. Or let's say I do this, I really appreciate myself for coming and connecting to you guys on a weekend, right? I could be sitting and watching Netflix right now, or I could sit and hang out with my husband right now, but choosing to take time to help you guys in your life to improve your self concept. So I could appreciate myself for that. But I would write that down on my list. I appreciate myself for spending 30 minutes hanging out with the people of the world on a Sunday. But after I write that down, after I make a full list of 20, I would take a minute to genuinely appreciate that. So I look at that. I say, somebody, I was the answer to somebody's question today. I was the answer to someone's prayer today. And I genuinely appreciate myself for coming live, for being here with people. I love myself. I go into the state where I'm genuinely feeling every item on that list. So after about 30 minutes, I have genuinely felt every item on that 20 pointer list, and you do that every day for 90 days. In fact, I have so many students who are on this journey. Healy Fest is starting day after tomorrow, which is our longest program. It's a 4.5 month live session program, and every day I'm forcing people to just do this one thing, which I'm telling you to do for free. Healy Fest is like a 60,000 rupee program, and going to be doing this every day. You don't have to come for my program, you just do this for free, just do it every day, 20 pointer minimum, genuinely feeling it. That would change your self concept in every area. It will start making you feel so beautiful internally and externally. It'll start making you feel so capable, because you'll start acknowledging all the things that you've done. It'll also make you feel like such a genuinely beautiful person that you'll attract a lot of magic in every area of life. And if you want, that was one. But if you want to know the full five, it'll take me 3 hours to teach you. So please register, come for tomorrow's class, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time. It is free. It's the Fire Method Masterclass. Register, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So that was the self concept. Will you guys be practicing the self appreciation? If yes, just type yes in the chat. The thing about all of this is knowledge is out here. We all have it. But knowledge does not create results. It is only in the application of knowledge that you create internal shifts. So if you're going to apply it, just type apply it and let me know in the chat. And now we'll take a question from the live chat here. Okay. All right. So my team has sent me some of the live questions as well. So, question number one: how can I often be in the consciousness of health and wealth? I'm not talking about techniques, only in our mind, only in mind work. Consciousness of health and wealth. Again, it comes back to acknowledging what you have. If you can acknowledge the parts of you, when we were starting off, when I was starting off, acknowledging my body, the the main first thing I was acknowledging is that my organs are in the right place, my hands and legs are in the right place, my eyes and my nose and my lips and my ears are in the right place, and I appreciate that. There, what if it wasn't? What if I had deformed hands and legs and deformed, eyes and nose? I don't. My eyes and nose and body is in the right place, so I can start by acknowledging that. I can acknowledge that my food is digesting. I can acknowledge that there is so much. One of the things you'll see in the Fire Method Masterclass, one of the, let's say, strongest shifters of life is to become a super appreciator at the most microcosmic level, on the smallest and tiniest of things that you can appreciate that you have, including the laptop, including the phone, including the knowledge you get, including the pen, the pencil, the phone. To be a micro appreciator of all of these things, plus appreciating life at a macro level. So appreciating the breeze that is moving through the trees, appreciating the birds, appreciate if you can practice that, your life would be problem free. The problem is that we are like, why should I appreciate that when my life is full of problems. No, it's the other way around. If I can begin to stop my focus on just the problems and look at the bigger picture, my vibration changes accordingly based on where my focus is. When my vibration changes, my life becomes a match to the vibration I'm in, which means it becomes a life where I'm a super appreciator. So I have a life that is most, which is a highly appreciative life. So really 180-degree shifts can happen with just being a super appreciator at a microcosmic level and a macrocosmic level, and making this a way of life. This will change your mindset enough that you don't have to do techniques constantly. In fact, my whole fire method class is just on this. You don't need to see the issue is we will do law of attraction, and then we'll get a burst of results, and then when you're not consistent, you're back to your default state of struggle and things not working out. The reason for that is because your core concept is not in alignment with the life that you want. Your core concept is in alignment with struggle and things not working out and victimhood. So to shift this, one of the strongest ways, of course I teach you five main big ones in the class tomorrow, please come, it is free. But one of the strongest ways is to be a super appreciator of all, microcosmically and macrocosmically. Let me know if you're going to do that, and if that was of value. It is only in the application of knowledge that you experience great changes. So let me know if you're going to apply that in the chat. Okay. All right. And let me know if you're going to register and come for our free session tomorrow, 6 to 9. All right. Let's take another question from what was submitted. Okay. So, how to stay happy all the time? It's kind of interesting. The shortcut for manifestation generally, always, not generally, always is to find a way back to happiness. So you don't go from sadness to happiness, you don't go from depression and crushing anxiety to happiness, you go from pain to neutral, neutral to happiness. So you have to drop your fight, drop your resistance, drop the complaining, condemning, criticizing, because it does not create solutions. Our mind believes that if we are to fight, we are going to come out of the situation. But what you fight, you fuel. What you fight, you create again and again. What you fight, you keep in your reality again and again, whether that's repeating patterns in relationships or money or career or whatever. What you resist will be your lifelong story. So you got to start with dropping the resistance. That itself is your number one ticket to happiness, is stop fighting, which is where your mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is a very powerful practice of basically being able to observe reality without struggling and suffering reality. See, Eckhart Tolle, he always gave us three options, right? Option number one was, in any situation, you deal with the situation, so you do something about it, or you accept it, or you leave the situation. Suffering was not one of the options. But what do? We don't do anything about it. We don't change our vibration. We don't make a difference. We don't change our perspective. We don't accept. We will fight and be in non-acceptance, non-acceptance, because when you are in acceptance, there's no energy fueling that situation. That situation will pass. Whatever it is will always pass if you don't have a grip on it by judging it and resisting it. If you allow it to be, it will pass. All realities pass. It's like clouds. Realities are always moving. It's all energy. So if there's nothing in you that is producing that energy, it cannot match a negative reality. So but we don't accept, and we don't leave, we stay. So if you do these, you're staying in the situation, you're not accepting it, and you're consistently not shifting your vibration, you're staying in suffering. Law of attraction works on that suffering, and you keep that reality stuck, whether it's in health or relationships or any area of life. Also, why I'm doing the fire method class, because it teaches you how to do the opposite. There's a whole part of the fire method class where I'm teaching you the whole mindfulness step by step of what you need to do to stop fighting. So this is important. When you are trying to manifest something and you fail, it hurts everybody, because we are human. Pain is a part of the human experience. Suffering is optional, but pain is a part of human experience, because pain is showing us that this is not what we want. But the problem is that we are now trying to make everything work. How many of you have done this? If you want to be happy in your marriage, you're going to try to solve every issue that is in your marriage before you can be happy. That's not how law of attraction works. Law of attraction works the other way around. If I can somehow produce the emotions of peace and happiness, shortcut, anything. I can take an image that makes me feel happy. I can imagine me and my partner hugging, or I can imagine a lot of money raining. Anything that puts me in a state of happiness will solve all the other problems. So the heavy lifting is done by the universe. The universe solves all those thousand problems in your marriage, thousand problems with your job, universe solves that. You just have to go into the shortcut emotion of how you want to feel in life, which is peace. So all you need to do is produce more emotions of peace. If you're going to keep consuming media, news, articles that puts you out of peace, your law of attraction matches that, and then there's more bumps. If you can get yourself to a space of peace on the inside, all those problems get solved on their own. You don't have to solve every piece of the puzzle in order for your marriage to work or in order for your life to work. You just go down to the core emotion you want to feel in life and keep trying to produce that. How do you do that? Mindfulness is a big chunk of it. Super appreciator is a big chunk of it. These are very powerful things to practice. So that's how you can come to the state of happiness a lot quicker. Happiness is not really a state, it's our default. You just have to stop fighting reality. There's a lot more to this. I would like you to come for the fire method class. It is free. It is happening tomorrow, where you can learn this in more detail. So please register. My team will put the link. Okay, let's take another submitted question. Uh, how to make affirmations to manifest? Okay, so this we will look into this. Hold on. Okay, so how do you make affirmations to manifest something specific? So your dream house or your dream career or dream job. How do you create the affirmation? So the way that I have done affirmations, I do affirmations slightly differently, but I'll just kind of answer it at the level that this question has asked. The way that I create affirmations is, if I was to say to you what I achieved, how would I say it? So let's say the person has asked the question, how do I create the affirmation to have my dream home? So let's say I was reporting to you that I just manifested my dream home at the budget that I wanted. Let's say that's what I want to tell you. That would be my affirmation. So it would be exactly how I would tell somebody that I have something. That sentence would be my affirmation. And I would also add how that made me feel. So I just found my dream home at the budget that I wanted, and it makes me feel so blessed. It makes me feel so abundant. The feeling is a secret. So the feeling is the magnet. Always the body is the magnet. The body will tell you what you're attracting at any point. That is why mindfulness, you go back into the body and observe all of that pain and heaviness and breathe it out and come to a state of calm, and then pivot yourself to a better feeling state. You don't go from depression to high energy. It's like trying to jump from step 1 to step 10. You will fall. You go one step at a time. So get into the body, observe all of that hurricane going on the inside for a lot of us. Hug it, breathe through it, don't judge it, don't resist it. Let that come out, try to come to a state of calm, and then ask yourself, hey, if I just called up my friend and told them that I just found my dream job, or I just received so much money, or I called a loved one and I told them, or I called my coach and I told them what I just achieved, what sentence would I use and how would I feel about it? That would be my affirmation. So for whatever you want to create, the sentence is how I would tell somebody, hey, I just, or I'm so blown away of what a magical life I live, and it makes me feel so joyful. So that's my affirmation. I'm just so blown away of what a magical life I live, and I feel so blessed. So that's my affirmative statement, and you can use that for anything because it's emotion that creates, not the statement. Okay. Hopefully that was of value for you guys. We have 5 minutes more, so I'll take one more question from the live, and then let us we will wrap it up for that. I'd love to hang out with you guys again soon. But also tomorrow we're hanging out at the Fire Method Masterclass. Come. I don't know if there's any reason in your mind where you're thinking whether to come or not, because the Fire Method Masterclass has the best of my teachings in 3 hours condensed. It's got 4 stories from my life, some most of which many of you don't know, that has the answers of what I have done in the class, but it also has the 5 major processes for you to do to shift your self concept. And there's a quiz that will tell you where your energy is, where your energy mismatches. That also, I would pay for that quiz. This is given free, and also there are surprise gifts, and there's a technique for you to follow to change your self concept. All of that free in the fire method. And tomorrow's class, by the way, is the last fire method masterclass we're ever offering ever in life. It is in history. We're never doing this class again. It's the last one. So please come and register if you haven't already. Okay, one last question from the live. Okay. Uh, Inner child healing, how much important for manifesting everything in life? Okay, one of the things you learn in, see, our whole brand, Synchro Shakti, is a lot about healing. Okay, so, but I'm going to tell you something that's going to make your life a lot easier. You don't need healing in order to manifest the life that you want. In fact, when you hear my stories tomorrow in class, I'm going to tell you four insane stories from my life, and you'll see that you don't need healing in order to actually manifest something. You need healing in order to not attract crap at the same time as you're manifesting something, and so that your patterns are not repeating. So you can manifest the job, but then you will keep repeating that terrible manager of office politics, then going from one job to another job, because your healing is not complete. So it's very important that we know that it's not that you need healing to manifest that job. You don't need healing to manifest a relationship. You don't need healing to manifest money. You don't need healing to manifest health even. It's so that you don't keep repeating negative patterns while so people manifest and then they go back to that pattern repeating. They get that great relationship and then that same pattern repeats. So the healing is for the patterns to stop repeating. But how important is inner child healing specifically in order to manifest? You don't need it to manifest. Inner child healing is so that when we have learned, so that's why I have so many stories from my childhood and things that I'm going to teach in the fire method masterclass tomorrow. When I grew up, and you'll know all my stories tomorrow. Okay, and if you can't make it live for tomorrow's class, please register anyway so we can send you a replay. When I grew up, I had these pivotal experiences in my childhood and as I was a teenager as well, that made me have a very strong victim consciousness, but also made me feel very powerless to people, made me feel very small, like insignificant, not important, not understood, not seen, not good enough, not valid, not respected. These are my core vibrations, and I was sitting and trying to manifest the complete opposite in my life, although my core emotions were like this. That's why the fire method class is powerful, because it teaches you how to change at that core level. So please register. But in these experiences, when you have this belief that you've built over your childhood of feeling not seen, of not important, or the traumas you've been through where you don't feel it's okay to ask for what you want, you don't feel safe in manifesting, you don't even feel safe in this universe, it is so counterproductive to what you want to manifest. So that is where the inner child healing comes in, because it makes you teach that kid inside of you, or teach that past version inside of you a different story and a different perception of reality. So every past version of you now sees reality in an empowered way, and so that is how that affects your manifestation. So it's not that you need it to manifest. It's just that when you do manifest, you can keep it, you can grow it, you don't have repeated patterns throwing you off again and again, even though you manifest. So that is how important inner child healing can be towards your manifestation process. So that was the questions that we took from the submitted ones as well as live. Please tell me in the chat now, and I will check the chat. Of all these things that I have shared so far today, the super appreciator, the inner child, the repeated patterns, the mindfulness, the moving from a lot of people really believe that in order to uh, move ahead in life, they have to go from depression to ecstatic in 1 second. No, every stage is bringing you higher and higher in life. So I hope that was also something that was of value for you. So let me know in the chat, was any of the things that I shared with you of value? If yes, what did you take home today? What are you practicing? Are you going to do that self appreciation? Let me know, because all of what I'm telling you is all the things that we practice, and all the things that we practice creates so many magical things I cannot put it into words. And there's so much more to teach you. And I'm teaching you tomorrow, fire method masterclass, 3 hours live for free. for free. Everything is there, the whole A to Z. And beyond that, there are free gifts. We have summary notes that we send. We have 21-day free routines that we send. All for those who are coming for the Fire Method Masterclass. Every few years, we come up with this one offering that we give for free, which is so powerful that people would have otherwise paid us to learn, but we give it out for free. And this year, it was a Fire Method Masterclass. So the entire year, we only have one free class like that, and that is this class. So tomorrow's the last one we're offering. If you miss tomorrow, then it's gone. But at least register, even if you can't come live, you can still get the replay. There are people who are studying the replay, like taking as though they're going to class and making notes. That's how much notes you will make from this one class. Go register, and I look forward to seeing you there. And with that, let me read the chat, and then we will end for today. Okay, let me go down. Okay, self appreciation, very, very important. Okay, can we visualize multiple desires? Yeah, you can. As see, you're constantly manifesting. It's interesting. I recently met someone who's not from our classes, who's not from our courses, and she had this belief that manifestation means the things that you write down to create, that is manifestation. What is otherwise happening in our life in a day-to-day level is not manifestation. Everything that is happening to you is a manifestation of your vortex. It's not separate. It's not just the things that you write down. So she has so many. She has a beautiful husband, beautiful house, so many wonderful things, and she's like, but I never wrote it down, I never visualized it. That's But it's in your vortex. It came in your life because of energies that you produced, whether you visualized it or not. You produced that, you created that. So to acknowledge that you're constantly manifesting anyway. So you're constantly manifesting all areas of your life anyway, whether you're sitting to do a process or you never even knew that there's a thing called manifestation. You're anyways creating your day-to-day experiences. So if you can create your whole life, of course you can create multiple areas of you can affect multiple areas of your life through visualization. But there are still things that you need to know, so that when you do visualize, what you touch turns to gold. That you will learn in the Fire Method Masterclass. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay, how to stop being desperate when manifesting? Because you don't desperation is when it's not normal for you. It's not normal for you because your self concept has a flaw. You don't feel that this is normal and good and magical things can happen to you. Fire method, make sure you're coming so that it becomes normal for you. Okay, so with that, we will wrap it up. Let me just see if it was valuable. Please let me know. Was it valuable, guys? Please let me know. There's a lot of questions I can see, but I am not seeing the words if it was valuable or not. Okay. All right. Valuable. Okay. Thank you. All right. So with that, I will wrap it up. I look forward to seeing you guys live tomorrow, Fire Method Masterclass. Free, 3 hours, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And I look forward to coming and connecting with you guys again on lives more often. And I think after this, a video of mine also comes live today. So watch that. It's on self love process that I've given you to do. So please do it. I love you, and see you all tomorrow, and see you in my videos, and wishing you a wonderful blessed life is easy. Just get out of the way, stop the fight. Magic and miracles are happening all the time. Instant things that happen over a period of time, but things are happening. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Okay, see you guys. Bye.